What's going on, you gamers? Today we're going to be jumping into some more Lies of P, and this time we're going to be going over a weapon that I think everyone should know about, especially if you're into your strength builds, because this weapon I think is probably the hardest hitting weapon in the game. If you like to do insane damage and you like to see big numbers, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. So today I'm going over a weapon that I've been putting together for the last couple of days, upgrading, checking it out versus some others, and this one is just ridiculously good. If you want to knock over your basics with pretty much one tap, if you want to take out your elites with no trouble whatsoever, and if you want to tackle some of the biggest and baddest bosses in the game and do some crazy damage to them like you can see here, then this weapon is going to be the one for you. This thing takes out pretty much everything and is just a lot of fun to play, allowing for some absolutely insane damage and allowing for some fun antics like you see me popping some of the elites here. Now the weapon in question is going to be the Big Pipe Wrench Head and the Crack Police Baton Handle. These two work perfect, and if you saw my last video saying that there's something special about the Crack Police Baton Handle, now we finally found something that works in sync with it ideal. The wrench head has absolutely massive weight to it, it does a massive amount of damage, and its fable art is probably the hardest hitting in the game, Patient Smash. Whereas the Crack Police Baton Handle, if you saw my last video saying watch out for this one because it's definitely going to be worth investing in, then I was definitely right, and the strike chance works perfect in this combination. These two, both the headpiece and the handle, make for an absolutely devastating combo, as the strike chance fable art enhances the other one absolutely massively, I think around about 30% give or take. Remember, with this it can be boosted a lot of other ways as well. If you wanted to put on things like some amulet, say for example the Extreme Modification Amulet and the Puppet Destroyer's Amulet, they'll again boost it in most situations, but this is not necessary. And if you think you've got a better setup, then stick with what you know. Also, these do make things very heavy, so until late game you may well struggle to equip some of these. But if we jump over to the test range, these dummies stand absolutely no chance. Even the kind of heavy attacks do considerable damage, but once we're trying out ultimate setups, we're hitting almost 6,000. In fact, I've seen it hit 6k, but I couldn't find the footage in my library. Again, we can boost this even further. I've only got 14 strength currently, and it was only at +5, and jumping over to your P organ, you're 100% going to want another Fable slot. I chucked in Enhanced Fatal Attack, and somewhere in there you're going to want an upgrade to your Enhanced Fable Arts as well. This is an absolute menace to enemies, it is a lot of fun to play, but obviously like all things, weapons have their good points and their bads. The good points for this is that it does ridiculous amount of heavy attack damage, insane fable art damage, it's also great as a backup weapon if you've got enough capacity, and lastly it can one shot or two shot almost everything in the game with the right setup. The cons, however, it definitely has short range, it's slow to use, it can be hard to pull off against some enemies and bosses, and I'd say it's quite fable art dependent. Take these into consideration whether you're going to be investing into this, but if you like to see big numbers and you want to be able to take some of those bosses down very quickly, then this is probably going to be worth the investment. There'll be a lot more Lies of P content from me, but for now, take care, I'll see you on the next day.